Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the DOD45 Show. It's going to be a short one today. Adrienne and I are just going to go over some of the people who are going to be up in Season 5, and we go on with a little bit of our banter, but it's a short one. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45.
This is the DOD45 Show, drawing over discussions 45 minutes with a special guest. Welcome. I'm your host and resident artist, Tai of ArtByTai, and with my co-host, Adrienne Taiwali'i, we're having conversations with people who I admire and am inspired by. On this episode, there will be no timer and there will be no guest. I will be doing some drawing, and Adrienne and I will go through a few little things, but it's going to be a short one.
DOD45.
Au qua Tenzin Adrienne. Au qua Tenzin. Because I'm going to start my episodes, or the episodes of that. I know you don't like it because it's someone else's, but it's a shout out to Riley Martin, a fellow traveler of outer space, who may not be dead, who may actually be on the mothership. Okay? So it's a shout out to him. Then I don't have to stumble over intros. So au qua Tenzin, Adrienne, and everyone out there in the world. How are you? Tell me, you were talking about a dream. Is it going to be too weird for you to tell me about your dream again?
Oh, I especially love the face you're making right now.
Well, I know, same with you. You're frozen.
Why does our internet suck?
It's back. I don't know. I don't think it records frozen like that, so. Do you want me to just say it, or do you want to tell us?
Oh, I was thinking yesterday when we were driving to our little hike, I saw this guy walking down the street, and in my head, I was like, "Oh, is he homeless or hip hop?"
Homeless or hip hop?
That would be such a fun game if I went around taking pictures of people who might be homeless or dressed like in hip hop aesthetic.
Wow, playing games with homeless? Is that?
I know. I'm just saying. Like, he was not homeless. He was dressed like in hip hop.
I know.
Stuff.
You're a Howard Stern fan. I don't know. It doesn't seem bad to me, but I don't know. Someone may mistake that. Oh well, who cares?
I thought it was funny. I was laughing about it while we were driving in my own head. But I would never do it because I'd never stop and take a picture of somebody.
Yeah.
But I thought that would be fun. Are you glitching again?
I don't know.
Is our Wi-Fi
You're
bad?
freezing, but it's not even hooked up to Wi-Fi, so it should be fine. Right? It's not. Yeah, we should be fine. Well, I guess we could try to play that. Maybe
we can't, because I'm not ever going to take a picture, but I thought it would be funny. I thought it would be fun, and then I would present you the picture, and you could decide if it was...
Oh, yeah, I like games like that. Come up with some more games like that. That's fun. Well, it doesn't have to be the homeless or hip hop, but you can do other ones. I like you to bring those kind of games. I love games. You're not a fan of games, but would you like them if you were hosting them?
No.
Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
I got a timer going.
All right, here we go. Let's do this real quick. Season 5. The first episode of Season 5, episode 51 of overall. We're going to just... did you want to say anything about your dream? About you had a dream that we killed Mark Wahlberg, or that he died on our watch? Mm-mm. It was pretty funny.
That's okay.
Who dreams about Mark Wahlberg?
We have 15 minutes.
Okay. Upcoming episodes.
Everybody dreams about Mark Wahlberg.
Not him dying. Upcoming episodes for sure in this season. These are people that we have booked and are ready to go with. We got Saeed, Early Adopted, Kaylin of Wheelchair Sports Camp, and Crayola, Greg Simpkins Crayola. So those are who we have booked for the show in this season. We have others coming up, but those are booked. So keep an eye out for those. Next week is Saeed, so make sure you join us next week. I was going to draw while we had this discussion, but 15 minutes is pretty short. But I guess we'll just put the camera on right now. I am drawing this right now. This is an album cover for Myles Bullen. for Myles' upcoming album called Time to Kill. My hand's not showing up in there.
Your hand is not frozen, but your face was.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope that this works. If not, we'll just have frozen video footage, and you'll enjoy it. Okay, so it's March 1st, which means it's March Madness. That is our celebration that we do. That's our, what do we call that? It's our thing in. It's an ArtByTai thing that we came up with a few years ago. I think we've only done it once or twice, but it's March Madness. As you know, March Madness is a college football or college basketball. And so our version is about art, March Madness, and it's about ArtByTai stuff where we
spring cleaning for you.
Spring cleaning. We'll have a bunch of artwork left over from past things or discontinued pieces, stuff like that. And so March is the time when we're going to let some of those go to collectors and to people who are interested at extremely discounted rates. And so every day is a new something, like a new sell on something or a new something as part of our March Madness celebration. So each day we're going to offer, you can go to the website at artbytai.com and there will be canvas pieces, canvas reproductions at extremely discounted rates, like almost 75% off. So those will be on the website every day. I guess they'll all be on there.
On the website or on the...
On the website at artbytai.com.
Okay, not on the eBay.
No, on eBay, we'll be doing my raw series pieces. Oh, speaking of the canvas pieces, so that's the canvas like this, rolled canvas that I have. We just have some of them that are just kind of left over that we were using. So those will be discounted. I got a bunch of different artwork on them. And then on eBay, as part of March Madness, we'll have auctions, daily auctions. You will be able to see every piece that's going up for auction, but each day there will be a 3-day auction, maybe 3 or 7. I got to figure that out. For raw series pieces, these are my pieces that I did over the last few years. They're called raw series because they're made to look like it's kind of just a raw piece. Those we were regularly priced at like $250. We sold quite a few of those throughout the last couple of years, but I'm moving on from this series, so we have some left over, and I figure I don't want them to, just sit here and collect dust. So I'm offering these at. Did we decide what?
I thought you said you were starting bid, but I don't remember.
Yeah, there's a starting bid on all of those. Information will be posted on all my social medias. And
it should be up right now, right?
Yeah.
As this airs.
Yes. So you'll see what the starting bids on those are. You'll have a chance to get them at a low rate if people really love the piece. Anyway, those are daily auctions as part of March Madness. And then also in the March Madness of 2023, I'm going to be releasing another book that's called Under an Hour, ArtByTai Doodles. So the book is full of all the doodles that I've done of my 1-hour daily drawing exercises, or some of the drawings I've done during DOD45. They're all doodles that I've done under an hour. And so it's a book. It's about 130 pages. And the way we're doing pre-orders for them is through Kickstarter. Neither one of us are fans of like GoFundMe or pay for my bills, whatever. So it's through Kickstarter because that keeps it organized, but it's basically like pre-orders. And I'm also going to offer some of the perks that will come with it are, you pay a little extra and you get one of the original doodles that is in the book. So my original doodles, I used to never sell. I just recently started selling them over the last couple of years. Original doodles are usually about $350. My original pen drawings,
like the one you have there?
Like the one that's right here. Yes, there's one gallery in the United States that offers those. That's the Jackson Young Gallery in Wicker Park. I've released some drawings to them to be able to sell. And then through my website and through us, we don't sell them a whole lot because they're rare and they're also priced from, anywhere from 5,000 to 30,000. So my reason of saying that is so that even getting just the original doodle is something rare. So that's how we're going to take pre-orders for the book. That information will be throughout this whole month of March. So March Madness, everybody. Happy March Madness.
Hey.
Post and share. When you see something that I post or something that you like, go ahead and share with your friends and stuff. Let's keep this train moving. And so yeah, that's basically what I have to say. I was going to draw on this, but I'm kind of talking. I guess we probably have about another 8 minutes to finish up this episode. We wanted to just make it a quick little short episode. Anything you have to say, Adrienne?
Not really. I was thinking about, though, a couple things. I was thinking about on the last episode, you had mentioned how we got into selling art and this and that, and you were getting ready to go tie rebar with your friend. Mm-hmm. Your very cowboy friend. Mm-hmm. And I was just thinking that would have been cool if you ended up tying rebar and became a cowboy.
I wouldn't have become a cowboy.
I think it would have been cool. Because he rides horses and does all that. What if you guys got super close? And then... Well,
we were close in high school, and we played football together. And he wasn't as much of a cowboy, but he was always a cowboy. He came from Wyoming.
I mean, he had horses. He has horses.
He has horses. Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a little while, and he is definitely a cowboy.
The trajectory of our lives would be so
different. You think if I would have just went and tied rebar with him? Tying rebar, by the way, is one of the most difficult jobs.
We could have bought a ranch, and it would have been like in Kentucky or something.
Look at you daydreaming about killing Marky Mark and then living as cowboys.
I didn't daydream. I killed Marky Mark. No, it would have been fun. We could have had a ranch, and you could have had an accent like Cass One.
I do like cowboys.
We'd be in Kentucky and ride horses all day. That'd be cool.
Just let me finish that sentence because that just didn't sound right. I like the idea of cowboys of like old westerns. I hate country music with a passion.
Oh, that would have been fun. We could have gone line dancing.
No. Let's eliminate this. No. Let's
get your hands off my wife.
Get your hands off my woman. I do.
So cool.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Urban Cowboy with John Travolta, and I'll tell a real quick story. That the first time you called me on the phone before we were ever dating, I was watching Urban Cowboy, and you were like, I think you were trying to woo me, but I knew I liked you. But I was watching Urban Cowboy, and I was like, man, you called it a bad time.
You were like, I'm watching a movie, and it was like, so what? It's a movie.
Oh, it's such a great movie. Okay, yeah. Did you know what I asked this morning before we were going to record? I asked if you mentioned that you were going to come up with some favorites questions. Did you end up doing that?
Well, I have some, not necessarily favorites. Well, I do have some, but I did have a question. You remember my story of, and I'm not trying to put it on me, but when I was inspired to be like a squirrel and jump.
And you jumped off your roof?
Jumped off my roof into a tree.
Yeah, our kids make fun of you for that.
What kind of similar thing did you do as a kid? Did you do anything that was not, it was just kind of something that you do?
Your question is, one time you thought you could be like a squirrel. So and this is a true story, you jumped off of your roof into a tree. And so your question to me, that was when you were a kid. So your question is to me, have I ever,
a little bit older,
have I done anything
similar?
That's stupid.
Not stupid.
I'm joking.
Stupid. But have you done something that was just the kind of out there that you wouldn't see our kids or kids doing today?
Everything I did. That was too broad. Well, like stealing cars and.
But a lot of people do that.
I thought that I could.
It's okay. So I don't know, just some fun things that you did when you were a kid. No, you don't have anything.
I'm sure I do. Too. That one's pretty broad. I'd have to think pretty.
Because you were pretty fearless. I feel like I was pretty fearless. I'm not anymore. You're not anymore.
Right. We had this discussion before. I'm cautious. I'm still fearless, but I'm more cautious than I ever used to be. Because now now it matters. But yeah, I'm sure you know what? I did. I one time we were hanging out with friends. We went to the lake. We went boating with some friends at the lake. And we were, I guess maybe we were probably 16, 15. No, we were probably 16, 17. And it was a whole group of friends. And we went to Wyoming. We bought a party ball. Is that what they're called? Party ball?
I've heard you talk about them.
Yeah, it's like a keg. It's like a mini keg. So we went to this lake called Flaming Gorge. Anyway, we were out there partying, pretty young. And there was our friend's, her family was there boating, and she had a little brother. And I was drinking, and I think I was trying to show off. So yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I would do that. But I was like, yeah, we in Utah, they call them crawdads, right? Crawdads or crawfish.
I can't remember who calls it what.
Crawdads. In Utah, they call them crawdads. Yeah, in the south of crawfish.
Okay.
And so in this lake, Flaming Gorge Lake, there's these versions of crawfish, but they're totally different than the southern ones. They're called crawdads. But I was like, yeah, we eat these raw all the time. And it was at night, and so we were catching crawdads, and I would
you catch them at night?
Yeah, and I would just smashing their heads on the rock and then just eating them.
What'd you do with the shell? Just spit it out?
Yeah, no, you can just these ones are really different. They're like white and kind of translucent.
They are white until they're cooked, just like shrimp.
Yeah, well, these ones are way different. The ones in Utah. Anyway, I have a photograph. If I can find it, I'll show it to you here. The next morning, I don't know if I was hungover or if I was sick from. I probably ate like 15 of them.
Oh my gosh!
So
Did you do the thing with your thumb where you get rid of the poop?
No,
inside of them?
No. I was drinking and trying to be cool, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, that was I must have been 16 because our friend Lisa, she drove, and Kim drove, and they were 16. It was in this. Yeah. So anyway, there's that.
Well, speaking of food and raw food, I know that sushi is your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So beyond sushi, what would be your favorite food?
Oh, shoot. I do love sushi.
I know. I feel like that's all you could think of.
No, cereal.
Oh, seriously?
I fucking love cereal.
So you go to like the cereal.
Are you talking about if we could go to a restaurant? Oh, well, see, that's troubling because I always loved Mexican food. Loved it. But we don't do dairy, so like how can you have Mexican food without the cheese just poured? Oh, I have it. Since I can't do Mexican, I have it. You already know it. It's easy. Ethiopian.
Oh.
I fucking love Ethiopian.
Yeah, that's great. That sounds so
favorite
good.
restaurant of all time is well, not of all time, but my favorite Ethiopian restaurant is the Blue Nile in Michigan. Whenever we're in Michigan, that's where we go.
I want to check out that one in St. Louis when we're down in St. Louis at some point. But okay, what about your favorite city? Is this boring?
No.
Boring question?
No, my favorite city is Minneapolis.
Oh.
But that's probably changed a little bit, but oh, geez. Yeah, there's a lot.
You got New York, you got Chicago.
I also love, how about this one? Oh, I love New York City. Love it. But I wouldn't want to like stay there too long. That's too fast paced. I also love Midtown Atlanta, but I really love Aarhus. I love that place.
Okay, so I was going to ask, so that I was kind of asking in the U.S., but what is your favorite country?
Yeah. Alexa, stop the timer. My favorite country
that you've been to.
I really liked that that place where you want us to go spread your ashes. I like that place.
Hallstatt.
Yeah.
In Austria.
Austria. I really liked Austria. Yeah. I liked Scotland a lot too. That was really nice. Yeah, any country right now. Yeah, is awesome.
Shall we wrap it up or do you want a couple more questions?
Just do a couple of more.
Do you give any credit to drugs?
No.
Why?
For my creativity?
I know you get asked. I mean, you don't necessarily get asked in that way, but
people often say like,
they assume,
what kind of drugs? Yeah,
so
no.
I'm curious if you give any.
No, none, zero. I did use a lot of psychedelics when I was younger, and it definitely like opened up some channels that were like a little quicker, but I was already thinking on different levels than everyone else creatively, and also just other things. So no, I don't, not at all, not even a tiny little bit, though. I don't discredit it for anyone else. I do know that it helps other people, but yeah, for me, not at all. I do not like being on any kind of drugs while I'm creating. It ruins my focus. It makes me focus too much, and I don't like to focus when I'm creating. So nope.
And then when did you start making art? Would you say?
I'm guessing I was probably 8 years old.
And was it like the teachers having you do assignments?
Nope.
Or was it just you were sitting at home bored?
Nope.
Like, what was the situation?
I was always drawing. I think I remember I was always drawing when I was a kid. My mom would get those. Remember the grocery stores would have those like papers.
The coloring.
The coloring. Yeah. The color. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd get, and yeah, you would go, they would get the coloring thing, and then you would color it and take it in, and then what would you win?
That's what I like, a box of crayons. I used to win all the time at my grandma's store.
So I didn't color them. I would draw on them. And then I never turn them in. But I know that skateboard art, Mad Magazine, and Garbage Pail Kids, when I started to get into, what's 11 years old and stuff? What do you call it? Not
4th grade.
What's toddlers?
Like 3.
3? What? And then what?
I think kids.
Yeah.
School age. I don't know.
Yeah. I was always fascinated with artwork. Always. So yeah.
I never
as far
drew.
as I can remember.
Do you know that I never drew until I was in junior high and they forced me to draw? But I would color in coloring books all the time.
Well, why don't you keep coloring?
Those adult coloring books.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to color. But it's just interesting because our kids draw all the time. You draw all the time. Yeah. It never even crossed my mind.
Huh. That is interesting. Well, speaking of coloring, you can join ArtByTai on Patreon, and we'll give a coloring page every once a month with free coloring page. So if you're an adult or a child and want to color some more.
Yep.
Hey,
I guess. That's it. I was just going to ask, what's your favorite ArtByTai work right now?
My favorite piece right now is, it was the Last Supper piece for a long time, but and then the Dali piece, but I just came out with something that I really liked. Shoot. Yeah, that's tough. That's like, who's your favorite child? Usually the newer stuff that's come out. You know what? I love this piece that I just came out with. It's deciphering the genetic code. It's a new piece. It's the long one with the guy laying down. And,
long man. And
there's DNA, and he's like the DNA code, and then there's a cardinal, and then a mouse, and a trap. Yeah, that one I really like. I don't think people get it.
No, I like that one.
Oh, okay.
I thought that one was cool. It's kind of simple. It doesn't have. It's not too dark. It's not too anything. It's just kind of visually. It's also
kind of a throwback to like my earlier graffiti, not graffiti style. I never really had a graffiti style, but
your sort characters.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those pieces. It's not so realistic looking surrealism. Yeah, so that's why I really like it. It's kind of a little more fun and playful for me as far as drawing goes. All right, well, yeah, we can get out of here. Someone had left a comment. I can't remember who it was. If I speak to you often, I apologize. But about our last episode, they said, "Oh, your show. Oh, they said you guys are funny. It's like a rom-com for creatives."
You said that. I don't know.
It's funny. I hate a lot of stuff that happened on that last episode, things I said and whatever, but I can't go back and change it. So, or something.
You're doing it again. What are you doing?
I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I'm a little nervous about things that I don't even know if I said what I said. I haven't gone back to watch it, but I don't know. It was a long episode. And it was long. I feel like, oh man.
The checkout point was long. Yeah.
I often feel like, I don't know. Well, so that's it for today. Check us out. I didn't want to get caught up in it. Yeah. Let's get out of here. Okay. We just wanted to do a real quick something and say hello to you so that we keep you going every Wednesday. You got a new episode. Next episode is with Saeed. I I will be starting that episode with Okwa Tenzin Wan, which is Adrienne's really excited about. And then anything else before we call it? March Madness, everybody. March Madness.
And you can find that on your Instagram?
On my Instagram at
Facebook?
ArtByTai.com. Instagram and Facebook at ArtByTai. To continue following us with the DOD45, you know all the deals at DOD45 and DOD45.com. ArtByTai.com, where you can figure out what's up for March Madness.
Okay.
And where the eBay, all of that stuff are. And the book in under an hour. All right. I have a new sign out.
Oh, no.
From all of us here,
Nanu.
we'd like to wish you happy painting and God bless, my friend.
Oh my gosh, real quick. I did a Bob Ross painting. Did you see it?
Oh, you knew what it was from?
Oh, yeah. Did you see it? My Bob Ross painting?
No.
When he was telling the story. It was in my office. Anyway, he was telling the story and it was like, yeah, my dad taught me, I saw a rabbit and he was like, I said, I want to catch that rabbit. And he goes, son, well, go stand behind that tree and talk like a carrot. So I stood behind the tree and it was great. Except for I couldn't figure out how to talk like a carrot. So,
That was a story on the episode he told? Oh, wow.
the greatest thing ever. And he was just all happy. Anyway, okay,
He's
goodbye.
the best. That's how I'm signing out every show.
No, find your own things.
No,
okay, goodbye.
because they're tributes to people.
Okay, find your own. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
DOD45.
Thank you for joining in on yet another episode of DOD45. Please hit the subscribe or follow button so that you never miss an episode. You can even go one step further by leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts to help other interesting people like yourself find our podcast. You can find me at ArtByTai on all the socials or at ArtByTai.com. If you'd like to follow this podcast on social media, we are at DOD45W on Instagram, or you can go over to our website, DOD45.com, where you can shoot us an email, join our mailing list, and watch all of our past episodes. Thanks for joining us. Peace.